All right, family. Peace, love, and light. We're tuned in again. And today we're going to talk about you not paying collection agencies. How many of you guys, how many of it would help to know that you do not have to pay not one dime to these collection agencies? If that's you guys, I want you guys to go ahead and like, comment. And if you guys are not already subscribed, if this is your first time here on the channel, if you guys were attracted here, if you guys were vibrating on a certain frequency that attracted you in alignment with our movement, to learn how you guys do not have to pay collection agencies, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button because we're going to cover it here on today's video. I'm going to more so do a lot of talking. I've been doing a lot of visual teachings where I've been actually showing you guys and sharing my screen with you. I'm actually going to still share my screen, and we are streaming here. We are live on Twitch. We are live here on Facebook and YouTube. So we're live here on 3 platforms right now. If you guys do not already, subscribe and follow the Twitch, make sure you guys tune into the Twitch as well. All platforms are CreditGotti. So we've got multiple different pages. I'm going to show you guys here our YouTube channels. And then I'm going to show you guys the information that we're going to dive into. I want to make sure that you guys are tuned in, though, with all platforms that we have and all of our movements so that you guys, because we got a lot of real estate content that we're going to be bringing forward to you guys. We have a lot of business information. I'm going to share today 10 benefits of good debt. So after we go ahead and I show you guys how you guys are obligated to paying any of these debt collectors and how you're not going to even make settlements with them. You're not gonna, that you're not giving them a dime. I want to make that very clear. No, there's no settling this. There's no arranging payments. There's no payment plans. There's none of that. Right? I'm going to show you guys how you absolutely owe them $0 and how you guys can actually get paid from them reaching out to you guys, communicating with you guys. I'm going to show you guys if they are in communication with you guys, what they can and what they cannot do when in communication with you guys. I'm going to show you guys many of the abusive, many of the harassive, and many of the deceptive practices that these debt collectors are using. So if you guys are ready for this information, let's get the likes up in this video, and let's make sure we share this with 3 individuals as well too. Right, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, share with you guys our channels. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So this here is actually our vlogging channel. So this was me all throughout the Philippines. This was me. I'm actually still dropping my one from Japan. I want to put that one together, but I got tons through, Thailand, through Brazil, so multiple different countries. We are traveling, a world traveler, and everything that we're leveraging is all from credit, right? So I've been able to leverage the credit system, for these travels and stuff, and be able to see the world, experience the world. And, all throughout the Philippines, playing basketball with people, to feeding, over 300 tribal members. So the movement is a lot bigger than just credit. That's what I want y'all to see and understand as well too. It's a lot bigger than credit as well too. And then, we work with a lot of other business owners as well too, just expanding our portfolio. And just a love that I have as a whole is capturing moments, especially as I am traveling. So we've got some stuff on our drone channel, Drone with Tone. You guys can see all channels are over 1,000 subscribers. So I've kind of gotten a good idea of what I need to produce on the YouTube and how to grow a YouTube channel. We are looking to scale them even more. I want to have all of them monetized and, over 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. My main channel here on this channel, I want to have over 100K, and I know that we're going to have over 100K. So I'm looking forward to getting to that point. So make sure to go tune into those 3 channels or those 2 other channels as well too. Above all else, family, let's hop right into this information. I've got tons I want to share with you guys, and I want to share with you guys before we even hop into this as well too, that just like these debt collectors, Capital One, a lot of these financial institutions, they themselves are actually in, some heat. There's some, once you understand these consumer laws, you guys can actually get paid for a lot of what's taking place. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys this lawsuit with Capital One. All right, family. So here on January 14th, we see that the CFPB sues Capital One for cheating consumers out of more than $2 billion in interest payments on savings accounts. Well, some things that they were doing as well, too, that it mentions here in this article is that they misled consumers about high interest accounts. Capital One illegally deceived consumers, and Capital One violated the Truth in Savings Act by representing that 360 Savings provided a variable interest rate that was one of the nation's top, best, and highest, and would earn much more interest. And then they kept consumers in the dark to maintain a two-tier system. So there's a huge lawsuit right now that the CFPB has put on Capital One, and they're suing them for more than $2 billion, because of the cheating of the consumers. So I want you guys to understand that the deceptive, the unfair practices are not just by these debt collectors, but it's also by these financial institutions as well too. And actually, the definition of a debt collector holds these financial institutions as a debt collector as well too. So they themselves are, yes, a debt collector as well too. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys here to the definition of a debt collector and show you how these banks and financial institutions and any person who's attempting to collect any debt from you, they themselves are a debt collector. And verbatim under 15 USC 1692A, it states the term debt collector means any person who uses any instrumentality of interstate commerce, right? Interstate commerce. Why are we talking about commerce within the term debt collector? Because we got to understand once again that the United States is a federal corporation, and everything within a corporation is commerce. So if they use any instrumentality, what's an instrument? An instrument can be any negotiable instrument. It can be, a Federal Reserve note. It can be, a remittance coupon. If they use any instrumentality, right, any instrument of interstate commerce or the mails in any business, the principal purpose of which is the collections of any debts, right? Any debts. What is debt as a whole? We got to understand what debt is. A lot of people are not aware of what debt truly means. See, debt is simply an obligation or alleged obligation of a consumer to pay money arising out of a transaction in which the money, property, insurance, or services which are the subject of the transaction are primarily for personal, family, or household purposes, whether or not such obligation has been reduced to judgment. So what I want you guys to understand is that debt is simply any obligation. What are some things that we've been obliged to do throughout our lifetime? Some things that we've been obligated, that we've been told that we must do them, right? Such as going to school. Well, when we go to school, they're actually asking for our credit card, which is crediting these corporations. So really, one should be getting paid for going to school. That's actually why when you get homeschooled, you're getting paid a certain amount of money. Well, going to public school and, in the public, them reaping, access to one's account and getting paid the finance charge, they're getting paid a lump sum of money off of one's credit card, and you're receiving, if you don't have money, free lunch. A lot of the kids that didn't have money, that, they get free lunch, right? They give you a lot of times a cheese sandwich and an apple, right? It's prison food. It's literally prison for children. They feed them the same food they feed them in prison, just about. Going to jail, that's paying off it. That's an obligation as well. That's a debt as well. And what is the debt that they're paying actually? So that's why, they'll always have people incarcerated, because it's paying off the U.S. debt. Let me take you guys here to the U.S. debt clock. Every second, we're going more and more into debt. More and more money is being printed. Inflation is increasing every second because of the US national debt. The more debt, the more money they print. That's why cryptocurrency is such a huge thing. See, cryptocurrency is a decentralized market, and you can't make more cryptocurrency. All the cryptocurrency that's created is out there and it's in supply. See, that's the power of it. It's really just like gold 2.0. Can y'all say, drop in the comment section, gold 2.0? See, gold 2.0 on the digital side, to where we can't make the owner of Bitcoin, nobody even knows for certain, but they can't go out and they can't make more Bitcoin. The amount of Bitcoin that's in supply and that's been mined has already been mined and is in supply. So therefore, the more people that get their hands on this, the more valuable that it's going to become, the more that it's able to be accepted in certain parts of the world, the more value that's going to be behind this, crypto asset. So what I want you guys to understand is that we're still in the very, very early stages of cryptocurrency. Only 5% of the world has globally adopted cryptocurrency. So that's the power of, cryptocurrency, and why all of you guys should be investing into crypto. And if you guys aren't, you guys ought to seek mentorship to find out, how can one get started into the crypto markets? How can I start making my money, make more money just today alone? Let me take you guys here, actually. Let's go ahead and look at these markets. Let me show y'all. I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all. I'm not logged in. Let me log in real quick. Who's invested in the crypto? Drop a 3 in the chat box. Who's invested in the crypto? Y'all awake, man? Y'all awake? Y'all here? Y'all with me? Y'all learning? Y'all growing? Y'all flowing? If you're not growing, you dying, man. Y'all with me? I want to see some more, communication here in the chat box. Y'all with me? We talking about billion, not million. We're talking about $billion game right here. Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million in the next 10 to 15 years. It's still in its very early developmental stages, but XRP just hit $3 today. How many of y'all seen that? Okay, it's one thing to see it. How many of y'all are invested into it? This isn't my proper or this isn't my regular trading view, but this is my old one. So I don't got all my pairs up. If y'all want to see all my pairs, though, definitely make sure y'all are involved with the mentorship. We got a call every Friday going over the crypto markets. We just went over this. All right, so let me see if I could log into my other account. I'm not sure if it's this one, but let's go with it. Let's try it. How many of y'all are invested? Here we go. This one's ours. Okay. XRP. Why are we in percentages? 1 second. Let me fix this. All right, check this out. I've been telling y'all as well too. I told you guys in November here on the YouTube, as a matter of fact. So what I'm telling you guys is my level of certainty in these projects, in credit, in all of the teachings, it's there. From less than 50 cents to $3. That's over like 100% growth. And all of you guys knew in your head that yes, XRP is going to be worth $5, it's going to be worth $10, it's going to be worth $100 in the next couple years. But yet you're still not invested into it. See, we got to at some point take some type of accountability for the laziness that is taking place in our lives. I want you guys to understand, if y'all are not invested into this, if you guys are going to continue to watch my channel and not invest in the crypto and not fix and build and leverage your credit, y'all are going to be in the same position come 2035, 2045. I've been telling you guys, buy and buy and buy since November of 2024, when it was less than 50 cents. And then when price hit 250, $2.80, $2.60, $2.70, I told you guys, okay, here's my price point again at $2.10 and $1.09. See, it was $2.80. And then we came back to $1.90. Right after this move, okay, if price comes back in any of these areas, we're going to buy some more. Okay. Even if you just capitalize on that, that's 50% growth. If you guys have $100,000 and you put that in, times that, times 0.50, that's what y'all are profiting, man. So I want y'all to understand, this is the future. We got to get with the future. And that led me off the topic, not so much off topic, because it goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. Right? Get involved with knowing about what's taking place. See, what companies are being attacked. Understand right now, Experience got, being sued by the CFPB as well too. Right? There's an enforcement. You guys can get relief. You guys can get paid. A client just messaged me. Shout out to Lord Ams. Been invested since 2021. That's what I love to hear. Been for 3 years. For 3 years. There we go. I mean, that's what I love to see. But a client just messaged me. Let me see. Hey, brother, I just got a $100. Hey, brother, I just got a $100 check from the CFPB. Let's go. Celebrate the small wins. Time to come for more. Awesome. Will there be more coming? LOL. Okay. So, I mean, what I want y'all to understand, family, is that the information that we're providing here on this channel, it's not whether or not it works. It's whether or not you're willing to do the work. That's what I'm getting at with the crypto. That's what I'm getting at with, the credit and the teachings. And, we're only going to be teaching, consumer law for so long. I'm talking about billion-dollar plays that we're looking to make. So if we're looking to make billion-dollar plays, we got to be thinking and moving and teaching, people that are in alignment with making those billionaire plays. And if you guys are still looking to get your credit in order, y'all aren't ready to make those billion-dollar plays. All right. So this year we're looking to close in on over 50 units, apartment units. And in order to do that, we can't be talking about the same things that we were talking about in 2024. We had a whole year of YouTube, right? I dedicated a whole year on YouTube, went live just about every day or every other day of teaching, showing you guys how to get these things removed from your accounts, how to go ahead and, not pay these debt collectors. So we're going to hop right into it, and we're going to end out today's call with these teachings. So we're going to come here. We're going to dive into 1692. We're going to explore it. We've been exploring it a little bit today. All right, so we went through the definition section. We're going to come back to it. Let me go check on my food real quick. I got some lentils on the stove. Let me see. Let me give y'all a quick. I'll leave y'all here, man. Go check out the drone page. I'm gonna leave this here really quick. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and put it in the comments. 2-minute water break. If you leave, you snooze, you lose. The sauce is coming up. 2-minute water break. Let's get the likes up on this video. I'll be right back. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me know. Drop a YBC. Drop a YBC Young Billionaires Club in the chat box if you guys can hear me. Drop a YBC in the chat box. Let me know that y'all can hear me good. Drop a YBC in the chat box and we'll go ahead and get things back rolling. I love it. Lord M's tuned in. I got something for y'all. Y'all ready? Let me know if y'all ready. I don't think y'all ready. Okay. Lord Ames is ready. Lord Ames is ready. All right, so under the TCPA, y'all could actually get $500. 500. I had it pull, I had it cited for you guys right here on ChatGPT, but I'll drop this here in the Discord. If y'all aren't in the Discord, make sure y'all do get in tune with the Discord. We've got tons of value. I've really been committing myself to just providing the most value that I can in 2025 to the Discord. So I'm about to up, the level of even information which we have been dropping on there. So this is the TCPA, and this is going to show you guys how, if they are calling you, these debt collectors, you guys can actually get up to $500 per phone call. So we'll hop right into it. That's the TCPA. I dropped the link for that in our Discord. So if you guys are not in our Discord, make sure to reach out to us to get access to our Discord. Now, under the TCPA, under 47, so Title 47, U.S. Code 2027, 227. We could actually look that up, and I'm pretty positive we'll be able to find that here on cornelllaw.edu, right? cornelllaw.edu. $227. So this is the wire or radio communication. So I'm just going through. This is how I'm really diving through and dissecting this even more right here, right now, live with you guys. So Title 47. What is the title of Title 47 called? Telecommunications. Okay. Then we come here to wire or radio communication. Okay. Then we came here to common carriers. Common carrier regulation. Okay. So it says here, restrictions on automated calls. It is unlawful to use an automatic telephone dialing system or a pre-recorded voice to call a person's phone without prior express consent. So how many of you guys have given them written consent? How many of you guys have given them, any type of consent? Because if you haven't given them consent, this is a violation of Title 47 U.S. Code 227. Great day, great day. It has been a while, Money Towards. Grateful to see you again in the community, brother. What I would love to see, all of you guys' faces every day. See, one thing about me, though, is I've got so many things that I've got to help so many people towards and with other things. So my priorities, right? My priorities are I'm very big on priorities and prioritizing things, that matter most, I'd say. And so coming here and speaking to the collective is amazing. But at the end of the day, and where I've been putting most of my focus towards is those that are looking and willing to invest into themselves. Because this year I made a commitment to myself, like, yo, I'm going to invest more than I've ever invested to myself this year than any other year. I'm going to invest more into seminars. I'm going to invest more into books. I'm going to invest more into mentorship. I'm going to invest more into different courses where I can come and learn and take away information to be able to apply to help expand my business. I'm going to learn more about sales. I'm going to learn more about, speaking. I'm going to invest more into my knowledge, my well-being, my profession, and my career more than I ever have this year. So with that being said, I'm going to also put that time that I have extra into those that I have also invested into themselves. So with my mentorship, it's going to only increase the amount of level of information which I'm able to provide as a mentor to my mentees. And now I'm putting that time towards and focusing with my mentees and those that have invested into themselves, just like what I'm doing, is investing into myself, learning. And I would hope that my mentor is putting that time into mentoring us so that we can gain that information that we got, and we're looking and seeking to help take us to that next level in their mentorship. So I'm looking to provide that within my mentorship. So that's where I've been putting a lot of my focus towards, is the mentorship. So this year, invest to yourself. If y'all don't, have a mentor, I promise you guys, it's probably going to take a lot longer, and you may not get to the places you're looking to get to this year. Number 2 is the private right of action. Right, a person cannot bring a civil action in a state court for violations of the TCPA, recovering actual monetary losses or statutory damages of $500 per violation, which is greater. If the court finds that the violation was willful or knowingly, the damages can be tripled to $1,500 per violation. So I want you guys here in the TCPA, right, to get familiar with it. All right, Title 47, U.S. Code 22227. So y'all can go look that up on cornelllaw.edu, or you guys can get access to, this is a summary of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, or you guys can get access to, and that's Title 47, USC 2027. All right, family. So that's how y'all can get up to $500 per phone call. Now, what I want to show you guys is more diving into, let me see. There's one thing I wanted to show y'all in here. Okay. So this is Title 47, U.S. Code 227. This is the Telephone Collection Practices Act. And within here, it talks about how one can get up to $500 per phone call. So we went through and we mentioned how under Title 47 or Title 47 U.S. Code 2027, there's a restriction on automated calls. And then that's just one violation. You guys can go through it and find multiple different violations as they've gone through and communicated with you guys in attempts to collect this debt. And then we scroll down to the actions by the states, right? We come here and we read that the state may bring a civil action on behalf of its residents to enjoin such calls, an action to recover for actual monetary loss, or receive $500 in damages for each violation, or both such actions if the court finds a defendant willfully or knowingly violated such regulations. The court may, in its discretion, increase the amount of the award to an amount equal to not more than 3 times the amount available under the preceding sentence. So it can go up to $1,500 per each violation. If the court finds that the violation was willful or knowingly, they can go ahead and triple that. So it can be up to $1,500. So starting out $500 per violation, and they can go up to $1,500. So now I'm going to take you guys here to the FDCPA. So that's the TCPA. That's if any of these companies are calling you guys. I want you guys to go ahead and drop a 2025 in the comment section if these companies are reaching out to you guys and if they are communicating with you guys. So this here is actually the FDCPA. Here within the FDCPA, this is what's governing the protection of consumers against any and all debt collection. So if any debt collector has attempted to collect, reach out to you guys and communicate with you guys and understand that communication is any medium of communication. So that can be your consumer report, that can be your email, that can be through mail. There's so many forms of communication, and I want you guys, and we're going to break that definition down here on today's call. But how many of you guys have been in communication with the debt collector? Well, this whole subchapter right here governs the things that they must abide by and, when in communication with you guys. So you guys want to be familiar with this. If they've sent you guys once again any balance saying that you owe anything, the FDCPA is where you guys want to go, and this is going to be your guys' best friend. Once again, if any of these companies are stating that you allegedly owe X amount of debt, so whether that's a bankruptcy, whether that's an eviction, previous eviction, whether that's student loans, whether that's credit card debt, if they're stating that you owe a debt, the FDCPA is going to be your best friend, and it starts here at 15 USC 1692. I want y'all to drop a 15 USC 1692 in the comment section if you guys are with me and know where the FDCPA starts. So it states that there is abundant evidence of the use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices by many debt collectors. So this isn't something that's fairly new. This has actually been going on, and they passed this in 1977. And there's abundant evidence of the use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices. So this isn't like it's just happening every so often. This is something that is abundantly taking place, and there's abundant evidence of such. That's why they've got this subchapter in place to protect consumers, but not only for us to exercise, but go out and actually get paid for the damages and for each violation. So where we can actually get up to $1,000 per each violation within the FDCPA is here under 15 USC 1692K. Here under 1692K, it states very clearly that except as otherwise provided by the section, any debt collector who fails to comply with the provision of the subchapter with respect to any person is liable to such person in an amount equal to the sum of any actual damage. So you guys can actually define the damage and what the damage that took place from them being in violation of such, or in this case of any action by any individual, such additional damages as the court may allow, but not exceeding $1,000, or, and they go on to continue to state other things as well too. But I want you guys to understand that under 1692K in each subchapter, there's a civil liability section. Well, that's the civil liability section within the FDCPA. Now, if we come here, we can see that there's tons of unfair practices that are taking place as well too. Well, here it states, let me see, is all this making sense so far? Is all of this resonating? Is all of this showing you guys how very clearly that one is not obligated to making any payments to these debt collectors? I want to see, give me some feedback in the comment section. I want to make sure that those that are here and you guys are present and you guys are learning on this video. I don't know why I'm not live on YouTube, on Facebook. Okay, now we're live here on Facebook as well too. So I want to see who here is this information. Are you guys receiving it? Is it resonating? Are you guys now getting more clear as to why you don't have to pay any of these collection agencies? We haven't even, really, we're just still, mixing up the pot. We're still mixing up, the tamales, the masa, with the jackfruit, with the red chili. We're just still mixing it up, man. Y'all let me know. Is this making sense? Is this resonated? Go ahead and drop billions in the comment section, because our goal is to empower, enrich, and educate billions of lives. So we're going to put out into this universe what we want to attract more of. So let's go ahead and drop in the comment section if this is making sense, if y'all are ready for me to continue the word billions in the chat box. If you guys are ready for more, go ahead and drop the keyword billions, and we'll go ahead and continue, family. Y'all got to tune into the Twitch, man. The Twitch is going to be, one of the biggest things that we're going to be going, really bringing forth to y'all in 2025, man. I got a lot of creative things and collaborations. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Collabs that I'm going to be bringing forth to you guys. So hope y'all ready, man. I hope y'all ready. If y'all don't got the channel, I'll go ahead and I'll share it with you guys right now. We got 3 subscribers. I'm very grateful for all 3 of you guys that are subscribed. Make sure y'all go subscribe right now. I just dropped the link here in the bio. All right, family. Drop the word billions in the chat. It's simple. All right, we gotta, in order to elevate, we gotta follow direction. We gotta be willing to be coachable. Right? A lot of us have pride. A lot of us have ego that's stopping us from getting to the places we want to go. Please share in the comment section the word billion, because our goal is to empower, enrich, and educate billions of lives. And I want to attract more of that. So let's put that out there into the universe. Billions. What are we looking to attract? Not millions. We're looking to attract billions. We need to be operating on that frequency. If we want to attract that, we got to be putting these things out in the universe. If we want to attract it, see, there's power in the tongue. See, there's power in your guys' thoughts. See, there's so much power that is within us. And so often you guys are seeking external validation. So often you guys are seeking things externally to come and fill that void. Well, I'm going to be the first to tell you guys that it won't be filled, that it's got to come from within, that it doesn't matter how much money you guys make. If you don't have that peace within, if you don't have that joy that comes from within, nothing external is going to fill that. So our thoughts, our words, the things that we speak on, right? We must be intentional with them. Right? We must be willing and open to being guided, to being mentored. So let's drop the word billions. If y'all are looking to empower, enrich, and educate billions as well. If y'all are gaining information, let's drop this word billions, because I know, right? There's something called a knowing, right? When you know something, when there's that absolute knowing, I know that if we put this out in this universe, we're going to attract even more people to come here and learn that, you do not have to pay collection agencies neither as well. Because of the information I got on CreditGotti's teachings, I stopped paying these debt collectors. I stopped paying these student loan lenders. Right, I'm gonna show you guys one of my students really quick. Are y'all ready to see this? Let me show you. We're gonna get on a call pretty soon. He texted me, "What's up, bro? I just want to say I appreciate you bringing me into this space. I have been nonstop working on this, and it built me into the character I am today. Thank you." I said, "Peace and love. Your words mean more than you know. Let's connect on a call soon, brother." I said, "What are some of your biggest successes you've gotten from the information?" My brother, My brothers and I's student loans were removed. They were in good standing as well too. I'm working on my parents, but the biggest challenge is the bankruptcy being removed. Feels good to help another. My brother and I's student loans were, oh, okay. I already read that. How many of you guys, y'all still can't drop the word billions? All right, so we'll get right back into it. Y'all don't want to be coachable? That's fine. Can't force it. So we're here. So we were talking about unfair practices. So let's get back to unfair practices. See, what I want you guys to understand that there's tons and tons of unfair practices. So let's dive into the unfair practices that these debt collectors use and what Congress found, and they compiled a whole U.S. code for unfair practices, and this is 15 U.S.C. 1692F. It states a debt collector may not use unfair or unconscionable means to collect or attempt to collect any debts without limiting the general application of the foregoing. The following conduct is a violation of this section. If number one, the collection of any amount, including any interest, fee, charge, or expenses incidental to the principal obligation, unless such amount is expressly authorized by the agreement creating the debts or permitted by law. So what I want you guys to understand is that, once again, if it's by the agreement, okay, well, we don't have an agreement with these third-party debt collectors. And the only reason as to why you're even making any payments to these financial institutions is simply because of the agreement. It's not because you guys owe them a dime. See, the moment that your credit was ran, your credit card, you guys actually credited them with that finance charge, and you guys can all go look into a finance charge in pursuant to 15 USC 1605, and the definition of a finance charge is the sum of all charges. So to understand that that's the sum of all charges, and to look at the amount financed the moment that they ran our credits via our, with our credit card, our social security card, the amount financed covers the finance charge, which, if the finance charge is the sum of all charges, that means that everything has been credited. But what we agreed to was the terms under that contract when we signed that contract. And that's where a lot of the deception took place. And that's why they don't go through one's right to rescind a contract. Right? They don't go through your right of rescission, which is in pursuant to 15 USC 1635. They don't break that down because they don't want you guys to understand that you have the right to rescind this contract if you feel in any way, shape, or form that you've been deceived, that you've been misled, that there's any unfair practices, right? So that's what we're going over here, is unfair practices. And once again, with these debt collectors, you have no agreement with them. So, that's one unfair practice right there in front of you guys' face. The acceptance by a debt collector from any person of a check or other payment instrument post dated by more than 5 days, unless such person is notified in writing of the debt collector's intent to deposit such check or instrument. Depositing or threatening to deposit any post-dated check or other post-dated payment instrument prior to the date on such check or instrument. Taking or threatening to take any non-judicial action. How many of them have threatened to take you guys to court to effect disposal or disablement of property if there's no present right to possession of the property, there's no present intention to take possession of the property? Communicating with the consumer regarding a debt by a postcard. They've all done this with you guys. How many of you guys have received mail? Well, that's actually an unfair practice by these debt collectors as well. Using any language or symbol other than the debt collector's address. Sometimes you guys will see with certain debt collectors, they'll have just their name spelled out the address, all of their business information, the email, how to get in communication with them, but they don't have the symbol. But then there's those that have the symbol. Well, if there's a symbol in their communication, that's a violation under 1692F, unfair practices. I believe that's somewhere else as well too within the FDCPA where we're talking about symbols. It's actually going to be here under B. I know for a fact it is. Let me take you guys here. Not communicate. They should not communicate. So this is acquisition of location information. So this is when they are, reaching out to you for information. Hey, this is, bland, 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 debt collection agency. And we're just calling to verify some information. We're just calling to, verify the location information. Well, what even is location information? A lot of you guys don't even know what location information is, right? It means a consumer's place of abode, right? What is your place of abode, right? What address are you guys in care of, right? Always put in care of blank your address and his telephone number at such place, okay, and a telephone number at such place or his place of employment. That's location information, and all they should be doing is actually just verifying that information. And they must not state that the consumer owes any debt. They shall not communicate with such person more than once unless requested to do so by that person, or unless a debt collector reasonably believes that the earlier response of such person is erroneous or incomplete. They shall not communicate by postcard, and they shall not use any language or symbol on any envelope. Once again, as I mentioned, under unfair practices, and also here under the acquisition of location information, it states very clearly that they shall not use any symbol when in communication with us. So that too is also a violation. And I've told you guys can rack up the violations going through the FDCPA, actually reading it. All right, family, let's see. I have two cars. The dealership gave me two different contracts for two different amounts and two different prices. I only have one car and I put a down payment. I don't know what I should do. I only have one car and I put a down payment. I have two cars. So did you just acquired these two vehicles and the dealership gave me two different contracts? What I want you to do is go look up the finance charge. I want you to go look up right now the finance charge. Y'all can't see my phone. I want you to go look up so specifically, let me be more specific, excuse me. Go look into the truth in lending disclosure. And I want you to go look for your finance charge. Let me know if you got both of these two. If you got both of these with those two contracts that you have. Let me know if you got this truth in lending disclosure. Great question, role model. Yes, only on one contract. So if they only got it on one contract, then I'm not, then what do they have on the other contract? And that contract that you have, is that the one that you have with the car? I'm assuming that one contract that you have is the car that you have that's showing the truth and lending disclosure. And then another contract may just be disclosures, which are things in which they are obligated to giving to you prior to even giving you the vehicle. The dealership gave me two different. And did you put a down payment for both of those cars, or did you put one for one of those cars? Give me some more insight. Okay, so let's continue with these teachings, and when you're ready, let me know. So we'll cover a couple more things, but what I'm breaking down here, above all else, this isn't me coming here like, yo, this is what I know. This is me coming here like, yo, this is why we don't have to pay these collection agencies. This is why they identify themselves right away. But they must state that he is confirming or correcting location information. And at times they do. But you guys are going to find multiple other violations. So you guys can see the practices and the procedures, are around this right here. Okay. That's why they state that, hey, this is so-and-so with so-and-so company, and this is an attempt to collect the debt. We are a debt collection agency, and I'm calling to speak to Sally. Is this Sally? Yes, this is Sally. Okay. And you guys continue to say, yes, you guys are contracting with these companies without even knowing. Okay, well, if I am in communication with them, what are some things that they must abide by while being in communication with them? What if I think that that's the only way, and if they keep calling my phone, well, if they keep calling your phone, we went over earlier the TCPA, and you guys can put them on notice of such. You guys can get up to $500 per phone call. All right, now, what I want you guys to understand is that without the prior consent of the consumer, what's goody? So without the prior consent of the consumer given directly to the debt collector or the express permission of a court competent jurisdiction, a debt collector may not communicate with the consumer in connection with the collection of any debt at any such unusual time or place known or which should be known to be inconvenient to the consumer. So I want you guys to ask yourself, do they define conveniency? Do they define the term convenient, or does the consumer define when is convenient to them and when is not convenient to them? So I just dropped a reel on that video, actually, and this is what I was breaking down, is that we as consumers define when is convenient to us and when is not. So I want you guys to understand that, we're not playing, on their terms, on their time. It's all on ours. And so what I want you guys to understand is that anytime they call you guys, it's inconvenient. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, that's a violation right there very clearly. So there's tons and tons of violations. We just got to go through and we just got to read it. And then I'll use this one all the time, right away. If you guys are looking to get, any type of collection account removed, come here to the CFPB, submit a complaint, against this debt collector. I've done this time and time again with you guys. We're not going to go over that today on today's call, but I'm just showing you guys, for the sake of time, like, and breaking these laws and codes down and showing you guys that everything that we're using is all federal laws and codes. It's all in black and white. It's nothing that I created. I'm not no guru. I don't want you guys ever to look at me as a guru. All of the teachings, all of the services, all of the products that we have in place, are just different things that I've compiled with this information that I've gone through and read that's completely free. This is free to the public. It's free information. All right. So when what I want you guys to understand, when you guys are paying for one's mentorship, when you guys are paying for one's services, it's not so much for the information. The information is out there. That's in regards to anything. The information is out there. It's for the accountability. It's for the structure. It's for the systems, the systems that are in place. Because with systems comes automation. It's for the knowledge. It's for the experience. It's for the wisdom. So what I want y'all to understand, family, is that, we got to do more reading. Like I've showed you guys, taking you guys here to the FDCPA time and time again over the past, year. Like I said, in 2025, we're focused on a lot bigger things going into 2025. So we're going to get into the 10 benefits of good debt. I want you guys to surface through here and to read through here. And I want you guys to get familiar with the FDCPA. This is your guys' best friend if any of these debt collectors are reaching out to you guys. Do not pay any collection agency not $1. File those CFPB complaints. You guys can send them an email as well too. Use ChatGPT to help you guys draft up the letters. With what we covered today, we could insert, the findings that we found under the unfair practices, under the communications in connection with debt collection, under the acquisition of location information, under the congressional findings. We went through all these codes. Under the definition section, we read through a couple definitions. So what I want you guys to understand is that we can draft up a letter with ChatGPT through here, send it out through the CFPB, email these debt collectors. And with that, we can be able to discharge debt. We can, use it to draft up a letter with the TCPA as well too. We can record the phone calls. And once we get paid, we can buy some crypto. Come 2 years, 3 years. Don't come calling, asking, typing in the DMs, yo, what can I do to earn more of this? What can I do to earn more XRP? How can I earn more money so I can buy XRP? Buy it now. Invest into it now. Stack up money now, and the money you're stacking up, invest into it. These markets now. All right, family, we're going to take a 3-minute break. I'm going to answer your questions right after this. Keep the questions coming. Live Q&A. If you guys are not on our Twitch, make sure to subscribe to our Twitch. I believe I got the link still here. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for you guys one more time. My guy Kiowa is on the Twitch. Shout out Kiowa43. One love. I'm on the Twitch now. Flow your channel. This is Money Towards. One love. Yeah, followed. One love. All right, so live Q&A. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. And we'll be right back. All right, we back. My fault. People are blowing my phone up right now. All right, let's answer the questions. The purchase agreement is for Hyundai Tucson, never received. Role model out in Phoenix. Okay, we gotta get connected. The second agreement was GMC Terrain. I have the truth in lending on the GMC contract. The purchases for Hyundai Tucson, never received. The second agreement was the GMC Terrain. I have the truth in lending on the GMC contract. They didn't have the Tucson anymore. Oh, that's a type of car. But the contract said I was supposed to get a car in 30 days, but they gave me a contract for a new car, which was the GMC Terrain. They didn't have the Tucson anymore, but the contract said I was supposed to get a car in 30 days. But they gave me a new contract for a new car, which was okay. And so the purchase agreement is for Hyundai Tucson. So you put down the down payment for the Hyundai Tucson and you never received that, but instead you got a different car, the GMC Terrain. And then the second agreement was with the GMC Terrain, and you got the truth in lending contract or disclosure with that. Let me know if I'm right. Does this work for tolls that prevent car registration? Yeah, with that, what you want to do is you want to go to your LexisNexis report, and you'll see all of your driving record and information on LexisNexis. You want to get in the stream?
Pop in real quick. You know what I'm saying? YouTube coming soon until the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Oh, we'll drop it right now. Do you have it already made?
No, that's understood. Coming out soon.
All right, coming soon. YouTube coming soon. Stay tuned.
Twitch, all that.
I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now and Facebook. All right, love you. All right, family. Any more questions? Shout out Kiowa. Reach out to us via email. I'll drop it in here, and I'll send you over a copy of two ebooks, two of our ebooks that will help you. Let me know the biggest things that you're looking to accomplish. You know, the biggest problems you have right now, let me know in that email, and I'll send you a ebook that will help you in regards to what you're looking to, fix, whether that's business credit funding, whether that's personal credit, and a certain type of account, whether that's building your business, whatever it may be. You guys let me know. All right, so now we're gonna go over the last thing that I wanted to cover today, and that is the benefits of good debt. So I wanted to cover the benefits of good debts. Number one is that it's fully tax deductible. Right? It's fully tax deductible. You can't tax a line of credit. Right? You can't tax, a $1 million line of credit that you're using to go invest in the real estate with, and use that investment, a $10 million, line of credit that can't be taxed, right? It's fully tax deductible. Number two, so that's number one. Number two is that it's used to improve you, right? It's used to improve you in the level of that you're at right now. Go into debt for seminars, go into debt for information, go into debt for mentorship. If you have a credit card laying around and there's a seminar, a business seminar, go out and bet on you, invest into you, use it to improve you. I can't tell you guys time and time again how many times I've used debt and gone into debt for information, for guidance, for mentorship, right? So use it to improve you. Number three is use to improve your people. So the more valuable that you become, the more valuable you are as a whole in the marketplace, and that you're able to offer and bring forth to the market, to your mentees, to your whole community as a whole. So number three, use it to improve your people. Number four, expand marketing campaigns. How many of you guys even have marketing campaigns? How many of you guys have a ManyChats? How many of you guys have a CRM? How many of you guys are running any ads, whether it's even $10, $20? How many of you guys are investing into your marketing campaigns? How many of you guys have ever even ran a marketing campaign? All right, so this is for all my business owners right now. We're talking about benefits of good debt. Number five is to increase your inventories. I believe that's what I wrote down. Increase your inventories. Yeah, so inventory. So what I'm about to do overseas is I've got access to manufacturers in the food industry. I've got access to manufacturers, in the clothing industry, the shoe industry, you name it, overseas in a very rich country. And I'm able to increase my inventory with going into debt, because I'm able to purchase more, which as I come back here and, resell it, is going for a lot more, right? So increase your inventory, number five. Number six is to scale and expand, right? Scale and expand. How are you guys going to scale your company? How are you guys going to expand it? Maybe you guys need, more CRMs, maybe you need more employees to handle the, all of the inflow of the business that you guys are getting. So how are you guys scaling? How are you guys expanding? Sometimes you're going to need to use good debt to expand and get another location. Maybe you've got one location and you've got too much work but not enough seats or space in that one location. Well, maybe I'll use good, and go into debt to scale this business, to get 3 or 5, to get 30, 50, 100 apartment units rather than getting one unit, to where that one unit, those 5 units, I'm working solely. I'm managing, all of the properties. I'm doing everything with the business. To whereas if I expand and I scale, I'm able to leverage, and use debt to help me do that, to then bring in more cash flow. Right. Number 7 is it creates massive less of income. To create massive less of income. I don't know what I meant by that. Number 8 was it creates your net worth, right? Allows you to invest into things and expand your portfolio, right? So it creates a net worth. Number 9 is it allows for acquisition of other businesses. allows for acquisition of other businesses. This allows you guys to, once again, have more cash flow coming in. It allows you guys to expand and scale, as we talked about earlier. So now you're going to be bringing in more revenue to where now with that revenue, you can put forward towards other businesses as well. That's number 9, is to allows for acquisition of other businesses. You can even buy another business. You can buy franchises. You can buy, a franchise in, whatever, Subway, or, it allows for acquisition, once again, of other businesses. So you guys don't even have to start up a business. You guys can buy other businesses. You guys can buy franchises. You guys can buy percentages, right? But you want to use that towards, and these are benefits of good debt and things that you guys want to be thinking about as I obtain that business credit, as I get rid of these negative accounts with these debt collectors, and I've got a 750, 800 credit score. Okay, what are benefits of having good credit? What are benefits of good debt? Because you guys are going to want to use debt to create wealth. I'll tell you guys that much right now. And to buy second flows of income, right? To buy second flows of income, buy second streams of income. Like I talked about overseas and that manufacturing, I'm going to put extra capital I have on hand overseas with these manufacturers, shipping out things back over here to America to where the price point on the things that I'm shipping are 100x, 1,000x, to the price point here in America. So buy second flows of income. Right, so those are 10 benefits of good debt, family. Let me know if y'all took away some notes from that. So I went through, the benefits of good debt, and then we went through why you're not obligated to paying any of these collection agencies. So let's make sure we take action. Role model, if you got any more questions, feel free. You were asking about your vehicle, to schedule a call with us. You can either email us, or you can go to our website at billionairesclub.com. We've got free consultations for 10 minutes, and we got 30-minute paid consultations. So if you're looking to get access to, either one of those, make sure you go to our website, check it out. But above all else, like I said earlier in this video, my priorities are the mentors and the mentees that we've got. So we actually got a call later on tonight that we're going to do with them as well. If you guys want access, make sure y'all are a part of the community. Make sure you guys are investing into yourself this year, this 2025, more than you ever have. Commit to investing into you, and I promise you guys, everything will change. The moment that I looked in the mirror and started to make change was the moment that things started to change. Isn't that crazy? And so many people expect things to change without making any change. Well, I told my, kids that I coach that's the highest form of insanity. Is expecting things to change without making change. That's the highest form of insanity. I can't tell you guys time and time again how many times I've seen people like, yo, I wish upon a star that this will change. And I, pray to so-and-so that this will change. But they're not making any change in their life. They're hoping, they're begging, they're pleading that I hope this changes. But expecting things to change without making change is the highest form of insanity. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Be the change that you want to see. If you want to see change in the world, it first starts with you. If you want to see change in your relationship, it first starts with you. If you want to see change in your business, it first starts with you. The moment you guys take complete ownership in where you guys are at right now, and the moment that you guys reflect and make that change that's needed, that's the moment that you guys will have that breakthrough. But until then, nothing changes if nothing changes. One love, family. CreditGotti's out, man.